Hi, welcome to my Mind the Gap presentation. My name is Kylie Hobbs. The article that I read from the Voices essay book from USU is Why Medical Residents Experience Burnout. That was written by Molly Jenkins, and I thought it was an amazing essay, and I really liked it. But one gap that I identified was that she never explained how we can fix the problem of these medical residents actually completing, getting rid of their burnout instead of just why it happens. I think it's pretty plainly obvious why medical burnout happens to these residents. By the time that they're in their residency, they're usually on year 9 to 15 of their schooling. That to me is a long time before you actually start seeing payout from your career. So to me, it's just pretty obvious of the reasons why they experienced the burnout. Her essay was fantastic, but I feel like it was just kind of a self-explanatory answer. I did like to learn more about statistics and stuff like that, but as far as the overall general topic goes, I feel like it would have been more beneficial to learn how to fix that problem rather than why it's happening. She did include in her essay, though, how to prevent it, which in my Mind the Gap essay, I will also touch a little bit on that because I feel like the biggest way to fix this problem is to prevent it in the first place. So I feel like I'll devote a small portion of my essay to that. Some of my keywords for my essay are that I've been using to look up sources are med school, residency, burnout, stuff like that. And I found some pretty good evidence and some pretty good clear evidence. It's hard to find evidence for residency specifically, but as far as med school goes, there's a lot of evidence on burnout with med school. So in my first section of my essay, I feel like I'm going to talk about, elaborate more on what Jenkins did in her essay and talk about why it happens and just briefly touch on that. And talk about what that means with the burnout. So, for example, my first source, it's from my Wellbeing Index, and I'll talk about the dropout rate, which is actually very high. It's 15.9 to 18.3% of medical students drop out. So this is before they even get to their residency. They're already burnt out in medical school. This statistic will help me provide quantifiable evidence for my readers to see that that I have solid evidence and numbers to prove that this is a problem and this is an issue. And then I will also share from that same article that 50% of medical students experience burnout in some sort, whether that's from when they are in college, starting their undergrad, through med school, or through their residency. It's not an if you experience burnout, it's when you experience burnout. And 50% of it is severe burnout. It's where they're thinking about dropping out, having severe anxiety, depression, insomnia, stuff like that. Then after that source and after that area of talking about why and just kind of introducing my topic with Jenkins' essay that I read, I will move to my second source, which is how to prevent it. So I think I will include Jenkins. I think she had 6 different ideas of how to prevent burnout, but I will probably just touch on the 5 of them, which was said by Genevieve Carlson. I still need to research her, but it was in a .gov website, so I'm pretty sure it will be, it was a .edu actually, it wasn't a .gov, it was a .edu, so it's from a university. And it was like a medical university. So I remember that she seemed trustworthy, but I feel like I still need to research more about her to make sure that this quote is fair and that it is justifiable. But she shared that ways to prevent it are to say no, make sure to have time management, sleep and exercise, make sure to set reasonable goals, have fun, and then ask for help, which are all mostly points that Jenkins also mentioned in her essay. But I think, again, I'll briefly touch on these first two sources and then spend the bulk of my essay talking about how we can fix it. But I do think one of the best ways to fix it is to prevent it. So I still want to touch on that subject. So after that, I will move to my third source, which is actually how to solve this problem of residents experiencing burnout. So there is a source that I found that says 4 different things, and this was from Medical School Insider. So this website, it shows all like information that you need before you go to medical school, whether you're in medical school, stuff like that. And they said the 4 best ways to help are social support, so having someone there, sleeping, romanticizing your life, so like if you're studying, maybe go somewhere else rather than studying in your bed. You'll be like more focused and feel like you have a better purpose. And then the last one was actually do not take vacations. It's harder to miss days and to make them back, and sometimes people go on vacations and they never want to come home. And so it can sometimes make burnout worse. So I think along with the ideas for preventing preventing the burnout in medical school and in residency, I'm gonna like elaborate more on each of those topics. So why that's important, why we need social support, why we need sleep, stuff like that. I'll elaborate a lot more. I still need to do some more research about that. A couple other things that I need to do more research on are I still need some primary sources of people that have these burnout stories. And then just, I think at the end, I'm going to say, how does this apply to the world? How does this apply to students all over? Like medical students are not the only students that get burnout. So, but I'm not sure if that's just too broad. So I'm still trying to decide. But yeah, I think that's where my essay is going and the projected route of what I'm going to do. See ya!